Nick, how are you today? So great to see you.
Hey, Sandy, how are you? Thanks for having us.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So we were talking a little bit before we started hitting record, and you were telling me how you're a physician, but you're on the business side. So tell me about how that came about.
So, in medicine, there's a lot of areas that you can get into, and the business opportunities are very time consuming. So, my father is a world-renowned cancer doctor, and my brother also went in the same footsteps, if you will. But and the business side of healthcare does offer a lot of opportunities. Instead of providing healthcare from 9 to 5, seeing patients, being able to have the flexibility of taking care of things on the business side is obviously a lot more productive financially. So that's the route I chose. And, currently we have about 40 locations covering the state of Florida. And my father came across a compound that had some very unique possibilities. And we did a bunch of trials to try to see what those possibilities could really be. And, we got into the e-com space as a result.
Right. So you're the man behind ClariGenZ. So what is this supplement?
So, we see a lot of patients. We have over 40,000 patients around the state of Florida, and ranging from mental health conditions such as PTSD, depression, anxiety, ADHD, in addition to patients with cancer, epilepsy, pain, back pain, neck pain, fibromyalgia, Crohn's disease, the whole gamut of patients. And we have a very unique treatment protocol that enables us to get pretty dramatic results for a lot of our patients. It's uses a lot of natural solutions and non-prescription solutions, and that really helps a lot of people get off of not only prescription medications, but the subsequent side effects of those prescription medications. And we were really looking for something that can help patients with their anxiety, other than Xanax. Xanax, as you probably know, and a lot of your viewers know, can lead to depression, which is the opposite side of happiness, right? So we were trying to find very healthy alternatives to be able to cater to those patients without having to deal with the side effects of Xanax. Some of them, can lead to suicidal thoughts and things of that nature. So we wanted to really find something, and we came across a compound that's super expensive, but it had great promise. And we found that in not only did it help people with anxiety, but at a certain dosage, it really flipped the switch for our patients that were looking for a dramatic change like they would otherwise get with Adderall. So our ADHD patients that were dealing with anxiety, they responded extremely well, and at higher doses, it really almost, if you will, replaced their Adderall. So at the appropriate dosages, we found that for all patients, most all patients, I should say, 95% of patients, we found that it really had a dramatic effect of getting them to a level of really high, intense focus, clarity, and motivation. And that came about because of the mechanism of action of the supplement. Actually is not a stimulant, but it actually releases dopamine. And if you know all about happiness, you know that dopamine is the happiness brain drug, right? So that's what really leads to your happiness. So this actually, without stimulants, you can feel a stimulant, right? When you drink coffee, when that coffee kicks in, right? When one takes a stimulant medication like Adderall or modafinil, those medications, you can feel the surge of stimulant going through your body. So what's unique about this is it's almost imperceptible that it's kicking in. It's almost like in hindsight, you look back at the last hour, what you accomplished, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I got to it and I got my stuff done, you know? So it actually it promotes a release of dopamine, acetylcholine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. So these brain neurotransmitters really help in all aspects of what we're all trying to accomplish every day in our lives.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, and you answered it before I even got to ask you the question.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. But I was wondering about that because, like, for me, and I don't know, it started probably 10 years ago, but the older I get, I can't even drink a full cup of coffee anymore. I start shaking.
Sure.
You know, it feels like years ago, if I had like too much coffee, I'd get the jitters. Now I drink a cup of half calf, and that's all I can have. So so it doesn't give any sort of side effects like that where it would make you jittery.
None at all.
Wow.
None at all. It's amazing. So that's what's beautiful about this is we wanted to. It's made from the skin or the peels of a special strain of blood orange from Southeast Asia, from India and China. So it's actually 100% natural. It's not. There's no chemicals in it. It's it's vegan, 100% vegan. It's amazing. So for anybody who's really looking at being able to do everything naturally without the impact onto their organs and their body, if you will, that a lot of the prescription drugs have, and there are subsequent side effects. I mean, we all know that, Adderall causes a severe level of insomnia. It does raise your blood pressure. It does, contribute to a spike in your heart rate. And a lot of people complain about being, sweating when they're on those stimulant medications. Especially when they're having to take high doses to be able to get the same effect that they used to get with low doses, because they build up a tolerance, if you will. So it's really amazing, and we've actually taken a little step further and say, you know what, you don't have to take our word for it. Try a sample. So we even offer people to be able to get a sample on us. On our website, so that they can actually try it. And, all of the other options that are available that are herbal or whatnot are options of herbal supplements that take weeks or months to have any impact on your body. So you have to take it every day. It's like taking a vitamin. How often do you feel your vitamin after you take it, right? Not very, right? It's after taking the vitamin for weeks or months that you start to realize, hey, my nails are growing faster, whatever the case may be, right? So you don't see an immediate effect on those things. And a lot of times people get sucked into the marketing of a lot of the supplements out there that claim to do this and that. But then when you read the fine print, it's oftentimes, you're going to feel it in a few weeks, just keep taking it, And that's, how they make their money, right? You buy it and you keep taking it forever. And at some point, you may or may not feel something. There's a placebo effect also involved, when you get sucked into the hype.
Absolutely. Without question. So did you do studies on this?
Yeah. So the nice thing is, number one, it's an all natural supplement. So it is exempt from requiring FDA registration as a drug or whatnot, right? But the beautiful thing is we have literally thousands of patients, and we tested it on hundreds of patients, and we were able to not only find that it had like really zero impact as far as any kind of side effects, but also that we found that the optimal dosage that really had a profound impact on patients or customers in this case would be at a certain dose that we now provide in the capsules of ClariGenZ Focus Plus.
Okay. So my son.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna ask you a question about this, because
sure.
He's been struggling with anxiety, as a lot of kids. He's 21 years old, and a lot of kids these days have anxiety. He's not able to take anything. It would make him sick.
Yes.
So any medication that he tried made him sick.
Yes.
So would that I mean, like, how is this, like, if I were to get this for him, how is this going to affect that? Like, has anybody ever said that, you know, they become sick to their stomach from the supplement? Because he just has a hard time taking anything.
So we tested it. You know, a lot of our patients have not just anxiety, but they have many other comorbidities, you know.
Right.
They may have pain. They may have been taking opiates. We have thousands of patients that actually used to take opiates even. And we were able to get them off of their opiates. So they're no longer on opiates even.
And that's a huge problem today.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep. And, you know, a lot of our patients used to be, and some of them are still on, like on average, our patients are on 6 to 12 medications for different medical conditions. You know, that's why they're seeing us, because, you know, they're messed up from a medical sense. So we found that there's actually zero contraindications as far as any of the medications that our patients have tried. And being that it's an all natural supplement made from orange peels, I mean, the likelihood of anybody having any kind of adverse reaction to a prescription drug is negligible. It's kind of like they have a adverse reaction to drinking orange juice, you know.
Right.
So so we have not seen anything, and among all the thousands of customers that we have now on ClariGenZ, we've never heard any feedback whatsoever that they had any issue with any medication or they felt ill in any way. It really is very benign.
Wow, that's incredible. So
Yeah.
what is it about the orange peel?
So the orange peel, when you think about an orange, right? The orange has all that juicy, sweet stuff in there. And how does it get to our table, right? So something's protecting that inside fruit, right? And that's the orange peel. And so the orange peel is able to, protect the inside of the orange from all sorts of nasty pests, right? So over the years, over the centuries, it's built up its own protection, right? And it just so happens that the protection that a certain blood red or blood orange requires is only available in Southeast Asia. So I guess there are nastier bugs over there, whatever the case may be. But this particular extract is able to provide these actual benefits because of where it was actually grown or where the specific strain that it is. And so the extraction process takes upwards of 2 weeks because it's a very lengthy process, because not only they're extracting from the terpenes of the actual skin. Okay, so it's not just extracting it's not just the extract, it's an extract from the extract, if you will. So in order to generate, like, say 1 kilogram, it's upwards of over $50,000 for 1 kilogram. So to put it in context, so if you were to buy a kilogram of vitamin D or some of these, what these supplements oftentimes will have for focus or whatnot, it's about $400 to $500 a kilogram. So when you think something costing $500 versus $50,000 plus, it gives you in relative terms how much it costs to be able to even make this product available to the public.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how much of that do you need for each supplement, for each pill?
So
Small amount?
Yeah, it's a pretty defined amount. We have it right now at around 40 milligrams of the actual extract. So it gets to be kind of pricey as far as making the capsules, but we've almost, I guess you could say right now our pricing is at roughly our cost, in the hopes that in the long run, we'll be able to sell millions of these, and then we can bring the cost down because of volume production enables us to bring the pricing down for everybody. But, some people balk at the pricing, and we can only say that, we're really, people that are taking Adderall and other prescription drugs for right now, if you will, they can get their drug plan may pay for it, right? If they're taking it. But 2/3 of the people actually taking Adderall are people that don't even have a prescription for it. So they're paying upwards of $5 to $15 per capsule, depending on where they live, because they're buying it from their friends, their colleagues, co-workers, school classmates, things of that nature. So, and they're taking it off label. We're not trying to replace Adderall for ADHD and people who are taking it as medication. This is primarily for people who are looking to be the best of what they can do, be focused, get their job done, be more productive, excel at whatever they're doing in their work or projects or things of that nature, whether it be school, work, or projects that they're working on. So a lot of people take Adderall to just be more productive. I don't know if you're familiar with that or seen that much in your life, but that seems to be the case.
Yeah. Well, and in your bio, you say, just like the movie Limitless, this pill is natural and will help people unlock their full potential.
Yeah. No, it's really amazing. I mean, that's the reason why once people try it, they're like, oh my God, it really does work. Because there's really nothing on the market that you can take 2 capsules of and say that, oh my God, this is really working for me,
Right.
So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen supplements, and I think there's one that's always advertised on television that helps you focus and helps you with your memory and things like that.
Yeah.
How does this compare to something like that?
So if you look at the ingredients of that supplement and you look at all the other supplements next to it, you can see that they're all basically reformulated versions of each other. Like one will have 3 ingredients of the other and then 2 other ingredients. The other one will have 3 ingredients of that one and plus 2 other ingredients. They're all available at GNC, okay? They're just reformulated in different amounts. And a lot of the reformulated dosages are not even if you were to take it for years, it'll never do anything for you because it's way below. Because when you stack so many things into a little pill, you can't fit much of anything. You can if you fit 10 of something in a little pill, it won't do very much, right? But if you fit 2 or 3 ingredients into a pill with the appropriate dosage, it could do something, right? So, a lot of these other companies now they've been doing this for years, right? They just lean on historical evidence that this does this and that, but they don't really talk about the dosage level that it took to reach those levels. And, a lot of people are swayed by marketing, of course. So that's why we kind of want to put the power in their hands and enable them to try it and see if it works for them. I mean, there is 5% of the people that it will never work for because their tolerance is so high, their genetics is, not meant to be able to absorb it properly, or they might only take it with food, like a big meal and things like that, and then that's all diluted and whatnot. But as far as the other 95% of people that really need it and can use it, it does an amazing job for.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So what is your take on, because I had heard years ago and I stopped taking vitamins because it was like, well, most of the vitamins on the market, your body can't even absorb them. Like,
Sure.
It doesn't work. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I think that a lot of people fall into the fallacy of, well, if it doesn't absorb, I'm going to stop taking them. The people that take vitamins, there is a certain percentage of the vitamins. Yes, you do get a lot of vitamins from your food if you eat healthy, right? But how many people actually eat healthy in a balanced diet, right? And, if you have too much vitamin, say B, guess what? You excrete the rest of it that you don't need. If you don't have enough, you use what you need. And whatever you don't need is excreted. So it's not that they don't absorb, they don't work. It's that you may not need them. But, it is true that, the higher quality vitamins do a much better job in getting absorbed into your bloodstream and getting to your organs and doing what they need to do. So, you get what you pay for as far as vitamins are concerned. The quality ingredients do mean that you get a quality result.
Yeah, because like most people, which I didn't realize this, have a vitamin D deficiency. And so as long as I take and I buy a good quality one, my vitamin D levels are fine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, vitamin D in conjunction with sunlight is very important, Just taking vitamin D by itself is not going to do very much. So you have to combine it with an activator, such as sunlight, to really get the benefit of vitamin D.
Interesting.
So those are our little things. So
that's really great. Well, I love that you're doing this, and this is really great, and I'm definitely going to check it out for myself and for my son.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, it's we make it available to everybody so that they don't have to buy a month's supply. They basically the product, the first 2 capsules are on us, so you can try it out for yourself. So it's nothing to lose, and you get to try it out and see if it works for you. You know.
Great. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience before we close up?
Well, you know, the thing is with anything right now, you'll see a lot more things in the future. We're teaming up with some celebrities in Hollywood. I was just at the Oscars 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we thought the whole slot thing was kind of fake. We were like, oh, that's kind of neat, you know. I hope it didn't get bad. You know? So,
Crazy happened at the Oscars a couple weeks ago. I don't remember.
I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Did anything crazy happen at the Oscars?
No. I just got to meet some really cool people, and that was a lot of fun. Got some good pearls of wisdom, and maybe have a business deal or two in the offing as a result. So we'll see how that goes out. Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, it was good. It was first time for me though, and you know, I wouldn't have been really there unless it was for a purpose. And I went there because we were looking to team up with some celebrities for the ClariGenZ. We're going to be working with some nonprofits to help get our young adults or the young college students and high school students off of stimulants such as adderall. So we're trying to educate them about the dangers of adderall, if you will. So that's one of the things we're working on. And then one of the celebrities that we were tapping right now, we're looking to kind of go on a little bit more of like a network presentation on different TV stations to be able to kind of promote the or bring awareness to the dangers of adderall and stimulants.
Right. Oh, well, that's so important, and we definitely need. I have a son in college, and yeah, I'm actually thankful that none of these prescriptions worked for him because.
No, it's you know, if you go online and you just look up college students and adderall, you'll find that, you know, almost roughly it's about 40% of students either depend on adderall or similar stimulants or have tried them in college.
Oh my gosh!
To, you know, stay ahead of college and, you know, accomplish more with them being pulled in different directions. You know, and adderall and alcohol don't mix, and you know, how many people in college drink alcohol, right?
Right.
So,
that's right.
So, you know, so we want to try to bring some awareness of the dangers there for them, Sandee.
Oh, that's incredible. All right. Well, Mick, thank you so much. And I wish you best of luck with everything. It's really,
thank you so much. I appreciate it. And best of luck to you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.